Well, welcome back to the Fisherman, guys, and I must admit the last few weeks have been a bit challenging. Now, I've been doing loads of perch fishing, absolutely loads of perch fishing, and I've got to be honest, I've not caught that many fish. And I don't know if this is a common theme with you guys. I don't know if you've seen it, you might be experiencing it yourself at the minute, but it's almost like the perch just aren't really feeding yet. Now, the weather's been incredibly mild. In fact, it's just gone 7 in the morning and it's 12 degrees already. You know, we've had days 20, certainly 18, 19, 20 degrees. I just think the perch are either up in the water, they're still in their summer spots and not moving into the wintering spots yet. And it's been a real challenge, I've got to be honest, not catching the right lot at all. Now, like I say, I don't know if this is something that you guys are experiencing at the minute. The perch just aren't really having a go yet. Now, I've caught one really nice fish, you know, over a pound anyway. And I caught that, I chucked out one of these little beauties, a little shad, I think it's a craft cannibal shad. Chucked that out, hit the water, sank a foot in 12 foot of water and I caught it. So that tells you everything you need to know. The perch are right up in the water. Now I've tried fishing fast with shads, I've tried fishing little crankbaits, and I'm just not getting any sport. But on the flip side, if I fish like crays and little squirms and stuff on the bottom, I'm not really catching much down there either, just the odd sort of chunky perch, 8-10 ounce. So it's been a bit funny. The search has to go on. I'm fancying getting out again this week at some point, probably at the weekend, to have a bit longer. There's a few areas of the river that I want to try, but I don't really want to write any areas off yet neither, because there's a chance that the fish might not be there yet. So it's a real like rock and hard place situation at the minute. It's still too warm for chub, so you don't really want to go chub fishing yet. And then the perch fishing's a bit funny at the minute as well, so it's real funny it is. The only things I've worked out, I've worked a few things out. I've started to get a few bites on shads, which is good. I'm the world's worst shad angler, but I've got a few tips off various parts of the internet about how to retrieve them, and I have actually caught a few fish on them. Quite a few pike as well, which I don't mind catching. They're obviously a bit of fun. But importantly, my biggest fish over the last few weeks have come on a shad, so that's quite nice because obviously you can chuck about the river and search the river a bit easy with these. So that's something to bear in mind. And crayfish, I'm catching quite a lot of fish on crayfish. The way I set this video up is that I'm not catching any at all. It's not really true. When I'm going out fishing, I'm catching up to 20 perch in a day, 30 perch sometimes. But they're all the same size. They're these 6 to 10 ounce perch. They're like classic river fish. Catching plenty of them, absolutely loads of them, but I'm just not finding the bigger ones. And fishing crayfish, really slow, just hopping it along the bottom has been important. Now, one thing I've learned is the need for multiple rods. The reason is I'm only doing short 1 hour, 2 hour sessions. And obviously if you're constantly swapping lures around, changing your hooks, blah, 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 you're wasting time. So I've set up a couple of rods now. I've even got a third rod that I've just bought. And I'm just literally having, almost like when I go on a match, I've got 3 different setups. I've got a shad, I've got a crayfish, and then I've got like a squirm. Sometimes I put a drop shot on that. And then it gives me the chance to try different things in the swim really quickly. I can write it off quick, I can go in with a shad, work that, no bites, chuck the crayfish out, see if they're on the bottom, because generally if I put one of those real ale Reggies into the swim, if there's perch about, you get bangs on it straight away. They must be so visible in the water that you get bangs on it. So I can use those 2 techniques to find out whether the fish are high or low, and then once I've found a few fish, I either go in with a drop shot or a squirm, and then you tend to catch most fish on them. So that's where I'm at the minute with the perch search. It's a bit tricky. I'm just sort of hoping, and I don't like to wish this good weather away, but a bit of cold weather wouldn't go amiss, would it? You know, some frost and stuff, get the fish. Because one thing I've noticed is that obviously the perch follow the bait around, they follow the bait fish around, they follow the crayfish around, I'm guessing. But the roach and dace and stuff, the small fish, are still out in the river where you'd never expect to see them at this time of year. You know, in inches of water, you're seeing roach topping, which is just unbelievable. That just shows you how mild it is. So until those roach ball up in the deeper water swims, I think these perch are going to be really hard to find. I think it's a bit of luck really. But we'll keep trying. It's certainly not easy at the moment. It's not, I don't know if I probably expected to go and catch just loads of big perch, but maybe that was a bit naive of me. But we're going to keep going, we're going to keep trying. I'm really enjoying it. The fishing's great, like when you get bites on lures and stuff, it's great. It's just, I did expect an odd better fish by now. So there you go, we'll keep filming, we'll keep trying. Hopefully we'll get amongst some better fish, because that's what we're after. I say, the ultimate goal is a 3-pounder, but to be honest, I'll take anything above a pound on the river at the moment. Seems like a big deal, so we'll keep going, we'll keep trying. Enjoy this bit of footage that I've gone to overlay. I've been filming a lot of nothing so far on the GoPro, so there you go. So we're going to have another session this week, see if we can find some fish. Hopefully the wind dies down, it's really windy. Yeah, hopefully we'll find some fish. And thanks everyone for watching, thanks for subscribing, thanks for your comments. Let me know, are you having it tough when it comes to perch? I've seen one angler, Northampton rubber slinger, who is catching loads of perch. I don't know where he's fishing, obviously I don't really want to know neither. But he's catching loads of perch at the minute, like he always does. But other than that, I'm not seeing many catch reports of perch. So even like my friend Rob Wotton, who's a really good lure angler, he's saying he's not really catching a lot, like odd fish. So for once, I do actually think it is the conditions rather than my substandard ability. So thanks everyone, thanks for watching The Fisherman, and we'll see you again on the next video, hopefully like this, a massive perch in my hand, rather than this. Subscribe, like, share, and we'll see you on the next one.